Hey man, welcome back to Man Time. Today's episode, I'm going to show you one of the most useful tools I'm going to be using to complete this barndo, get it sealed up. You're not going to want to miss this. Welcome to Man Time. Alright man, well I have got one of the most useful tools I think I'm going to be using. Me and this thing are going to have a really good relationship. Now this product is a fairly new product onto the market. You can see here it still has made in the USA with global materials on there. So some of these, they start off as made in the USA and then, a little while later they go to made in somewhere else. But the new R&D stuff, it comes out and it is actually made in the USA. Now this is a Dewalt, they call it an adhesive gun, but you can put caulk in here, or whatever. It has an anti-drip deal on it there, and basically what that means, there's two buttons on this. The first button is just to release the gear mechanism on the inside, and then the second button is actually to push the pusher through there. It has the deal on it here where you can open up your caulk. I use this to seal up the roof where I've got the new wood stove in the barndo here, and I'm going to be using this a lot because there is a lot of cracks all over the place, and I'm also going to be using it around the very bottom where the R panel meets up with the bottom of the flashing or the drip tray. So let's look at some of the features of this up close, and then I'm going to talk about the two different kinds of caulk that I'm using here. The Master Seal NP1, that's kind of the go-to best in class for caulking a metal building or barndo like this, but there's one that's supposedly just as good and about 2/3 of the price. So let's get in here and take a close look at it. Yeah, so here is the gun, and the two types of caulk is going to be Master Seal NP1. This one is pretty much the best stuff you can get. Master Builder Solution, aluminum gray. It's going to match, all the trim. But then I also got gray in this polyurethane NS from Seal Tight, W.R. Meadows Seal Tight. And I've been told this one here is just as good as the Master Seal. And they're a little bit better company to work with, according to the guys at the store. So, this is a 10-ounce, 300-milliliter adhesive. I just got the tool only, and this was a little bit pricey, but for as much use as I'm going to get out of it, I think I'm going to get my money's worth. It does have a little light right here, so you can see there, when you just hit the button lightly, the light comes on. A little button there to lock and unlock versus like, traditionally it would be up here somewhere. This one here, again, it allows that gear to be retracted so you can push this in and out. And the anti-drip function is basically you hit the trigger and it sucks back a little bit after you release the trigger. So there's also a speed setting on here, so when you really hammer it down, it's going to go full speed or not so full speed. Also has a locking ring on here to basically disconnect that if for some reason you needed to do that. I don't know why you would use that. Hitting that button, you're able to get your caulk in and out of there just as you would a normal caulking gun. So I've gone through almost a can of it. I'm going to show you this product in use. Again, I'm not sponsored by anybody. I bought this with my own money, so we're just going to try it out. If you're looking to do like a lot of caulking or a lot of flooring, gluing, adhesive application, this thing is really a lifesaver. Let's try it out. So I'm going to be doing some additional sealing because of this right here. Bugs. There was an ant right there. Ants are going to try as hard as they can to get into this building. Now I've already sprayed and sprayed and sprayed before the foundation went down, after the foundation went down, doubling up on, the type of chemicals that I'm using, permethrin, bifenthrin, all of that stuff. But the bugs continue to come in and get in. So the thing to do there is to seal it up. And we're going to try it out. I'm on speed setting. Let's start with speed setting 3, the medium speed setting, and just see where we're at here. Yeah, that's still too thick. Let's drop it all the way down to the slowest speed setting. Let's do speed setting 1 and see what that's going to look like. Yeah, that's still a pretty good clip, even at speed setting 1, but that looks really good. And then I'm going to go back over that with my finger, just to ensure that it's going to be a good seal there. But yeah, all the way on speed setting 3 was a little too much there, so we'll continue with speed 1. Yeah, it's just too thick right there. But this should give me a good barrier for all of the bugs and whatnot. A little thin right there. Yeah, even with the anti-drip, you're still going to get that type of stuff going on right there. Yeah, pretty good stuff. Let me see if I can run out this NP1 and switch over to that other kind, and we'll just kind of see which one looks better going on here, huh? Here's the color difference between the NP1 gray and that, what is this other stuff here? Let's see, just polyurethane NS. So, you can see how much lighter it is there. I'm not really liking that look. And of course, you know, it's right on the front door, so that's great. My wife is not going to let that one go. I may have to paint over this, find some gray. But yeah, not real good application there. And this stuff was new. The NP1 was sitting with a screw in it for a couple days, so it's a little bit thicker. Went on there a lot smoother. This stuff is still real thin, and going at the speed setting on there 1.5 and just running it along there, it still ended up oozing out of there pretty good. So may need to reduce the speed from 1.5 to 1 when doing stuff like this. Alright, man, well, that was a look at the new Dewalt caulking gun, or adhesive applicator electric caulk gun is kind of what I'm calling it, you know. Works real good for caulk. Again, you're going to want like the lowest setting there. I think it's mainly made for adhesive. I mean, that's kind of what it says on the box. So, I mean, I was running it at 1.5. This stuff here, the polyurethane NS, not maybe quite as good as the NP1, a little bit thinner, but it does, I mean, it goes on there really nice. And if you're looking for a cheaper alternative, this is definitely out there. Again, it's a little bit lighter color, so if you're looking for a color match to like a darker gray, or even a lighter gray, this is more white, where the NP1 is a darker gray, you know. But anyways, that's 2 full sides. I've got another 2 to go. I'm going along there, cleaning it off, blowing it off, and then applying this stuff here. I'm going to go around with as many cans as this as I can. This would look really good up against the Galvalume, though, so I'm going to save some of it for interior against the Galvalume. It's going to blend right in. As far as the gray goes, it doesn't do too well, but this 60-foot section of it here, it was about 3 tubes of caulk. So if you're looking for the amount of caulk you're going to need, 20 feet per 1 tube, sealing along that drip edge and the R panel for your barn dominium. So that's going to do it for today on Man Time. Get out there, have you some man time too.